Good morning and a very big welcome to you to World Tour Sydney 2019. It's great to have you here today. My name is Steve Beards. I'm the Regional Vice President for Emerging Technologies for APAC, and the CPQ and Billing solutions are a very important part of that portfolio. What we're going to talk about today is building recurring customer relationships using the platform and some of the synergies that we're seeing in the marketplace in terms of transformations. We're also going to see interview and meet one of our Trailblazer customers who's going through that transformation currently. What are we seeing from our customers in terms of what's changing within their business? And we're seeing a lot of things going on. Effectively, old-fashioned business models are changing completely. We're seeing subscriptions being deployed and activated in very different business models, to services, to products, to financial services, to insurance services, to manufacturing. It's a massive change across the marketplace. We're also seeing this notion of usage-based, where effectively a product, whether it's a physical item or a service, is almost rented to the customer and it's charged on usage. And of course the last one, I'm sure you're experiencing this, our businesses are moving a lot faster and have to be a lot more agile and flexible in the modern marketplace. So those new business models require transformation. Gone are the days on the left there where you can see things like products and gross margin. They're still very, very important. But we're moving to the right where things are very customer focused. It's all about customer success. The customer wants a very quick, easy and recurable outcome. There's lifetime value in terms of the customer. There's innovation with the customer, new products, new services, new ways of doing business. And then of course there's pay as you go from a subscription service. And those business transformations that a lot of our customers are going through have some significant headwinds. There's old business models that need changing, which are importantly driven mostly by internal issues of culture, etc. There's an ingrained culture that we need to change as well. There's inflexible systems in terms of moving that transformation and getting away from those systems and moving to something more flexible and agile. And then there's that important one, regulatory compliance, which of course is key in our marketplace. We see 70% of these large-scale transformations are effectively not reaching their business goals. So Salesforce is very heavily involved together with our customers and our partners delivering successful outcomes. The CPQ and Billing solution is within the #1 sales platform in the world, and what we're able to do is manage the entire life cycle of the customer integration through recurring the customer relationship all the way through to the entire life cycle in terms of the new product sets that are bought by the customer, the retainment of that customer, and the customer success, which is very core. So we can see all the way through from lead to renewal, everything's in one place. And that's extremely important when you have all of your customer data in the Salesforce platform. Some key capabilities that are required to build those recurring relationships. We're seeing productivity, allowing the customer experience from the corporation themselves all the way through to the customer to be extremely productive, fast and flexible. The customer experience needs to be top-notch, and as we're going to hear from Adrian later on from Fisher and Paykel, they're working very hard on that transformation. There's risk management. We're eliminating the potential errors involved, quoting the customer the wrong solution, getting the customer information wrong, etc. And there's automation, creating a seamless handoff between the customer and the interaction. And visibility. We need to get a 360 view of the customer so that we are driving customer success all the way through the life cycle. CPQ and Billing is also very flexible to fit within your environment. We have a number of the Salesforce platform solutions that allow you to integrate the solution with all of your current processes and systems. For instance, ERP systems that are prevalent, we can use the information, we can be in the business flow together with ERP. And with App Exchange, we have the ability to work with a lot of other solutions that complement CPQ and Billing. An example would be Conga, which is a leading e-document document solution that we can use to send that information out to our customers. So it's important that we fit within the eco-structure here as well. A very important acquisition for us last year was Mule Soft. Mule Soft allows us that ability to integrate with many, many different disparate platforms. And of course we end up being a key part of the customer success platform. A recurring theme about today and your time at World Tour is that we are within the sales platform. We can ensure that we are delivering a successful customer success. So on that note, I'm going to invite Adrian Watt up, who's the global CRM lead for Fisher and Paykel, that very well-known brand. Fisher and Paykel are a real trailblazer with the CPQ solution, but also the transformation that they're going through. Welcome, Adrian.
Cheers.
Have a seat.
Yep.
So thank you very much for your time, Adrian. I wondered if you can just give the guys a bit of a view on your role within Fisher and Paykel, and also where Fisher and Paykel is on the journey. I mean, you're a very well-known brand.
Yeah, cool. So I lead our Salesforce team, working with our admin and development team to get the most, I guess, out of the platform across all of our clouds. Right. Working with the business to understand, I guess, the outcomes we're trying to achieve and stretch the platform, I guess, to deliver on those goals. In terms of Fisher and Paykel, we're on a bit of a journey, I guess, at the moment to become the #1 premium appliance brand in the world, having been taken over by Haier, a large Chinese manufacturer. They're positioning us, I guess, as their premium brand within their suite of appliance brands, which includes themselves, GE, and a number of other brands around the world. We've been on a journey, I guess, with Salesforce now for about 6 years, starting in 2013. We first started, I guess, by implementing in our retail sales business. It was an area where we needed a large transformational change, and we used Salesforce, I guess, to support a wider sort of business transformation around moving to challenger selling and a new sales model, I guess, within our business. The next place we went through into it was the Service Cloud implementation, retiring a lot of our legacy systems, moving to a customer-centric view from a very product-centric view we had in the past, where the whole service experience, I guess, revolved around a serial number in our old system, to now revolving around the customer and the complete suite of products they have within their home.
Right. Okay.
The next place we went with Salesforce was into the more traditional B2B space, which leads into our current CRM project that we've recently implemented. But it was about moving in our builder development business, so where we're selling to builders, developers, and architects, very much more aligned with our ambition and our goal to be the #1 premium brand in appliances. If we're going to win in that space, we need to win with architects, we need to win with designers,
right.
And we needed to implement solutions that were going to help us sell in that space.
Okay.
So we implemented there about 2 years ago with out-of-the-box Salesforce sort of functionality, using out-of-the-box quoting, draw loop, and some other solutions to get us going. And then as we learnt what we were doing a little bit more, we realised there was some opportunity for sort of efficiency gain, productivity gain, accuracy, and also alignment back to that goal and how we were going to help drive premium experiences with our customers.
Okay, so obviously you've been a bit of a journey with Salesforce. We now know that you're heavily into the transformation of quoting with the CPQ solution. What sort of experience did you have before within Fisher and Paykel?
Yeah, so like I said, it's been a bit of a journey. It's been a multi-stage journey, I guess, in that quoting space within Fisher and Paykel. We started with a legacy system that we had been using for a number of years called QuoteWorks. That was not integrated well with any of our other solutions, and what it drove was a behaviour around issuing quotes but not driving and managing opportunities. So when we first implemented in the B2B space about 2 years ago, it was about transformation of opportunity management more than quoting,
right.
And it was about moving away, I guess, from becoming an organisation who issues quotes, moves on and moves to the next, to managing the pipeline, understanding where the customer's at in their journey,
right.
And getting the right outcomes. In terms of what we did in that first initial rollout, I don't think we necessarily got it 100% right, as no one ever does, I guess. There's always room for improvement, but what we ended up with was still a bit of a behaviour around quoting sort of being the central sort of function, I guess, of that journey. So when we've implemented CPQ, we've also gone back and re-looked at our opportunity pipeline, the way we do leads, but also the lead sources we've got coming in and how we manage those around a project sort of centric view with our customers that we're working with. The other thing we sort of learnt, I guess, through our initial rollout before CPQ was that we were getting a lot of duplication of effort. I don't know if many of you would know, but in our world we sell to multiple different stakeholders. So we sell in a construction project, you have to work with the builder, you have to work with the developer, you have to work with the reseller, that being a Harvey Norman commercial or a Winning Appliances commercial or some other division like that. Plus your different specifiers, kitchen manufacturers and all those different stakeholders. And they all want a quote from us and they all want to understand where Fisher and Paykel's positioned and how we go to market. But it means there's a lot of duplication of effort in terms of issuing those quotes, different price books, different I guess slightly different configurations for each of those different stakeholders to build that customer alignment. And we were seeing that was creating some friction points, I guess, within our sales teams. And also, I guess, with the initial solution we put in wasn't very mobile and was quite time-consuming and cumbersome for a very field-based team.
Right, so these guys are on the road, obviously, doing different quotes for complex different customers. Can you help us all understand as well the sort of thought process you went through? You've talked about CPQ on one side, but the process re-engineering of Fisher and Paykel and the way that you look at your customers. How big a area was that, and are you seeing some simplification now as you go through this transformation?
Most definitely. So I think, and it's much wider than just the sales team, so it's a transformation across Fisher and Paykel as an organisation. So as we move to becoming a more premium brand, we're going from a brand that used to sell $599 washing machines to a brand that has refrigerators where you can buy a pair of a fridge and a freezer for up to $30,000 now. So we're moving into a much more premium space, competing with brands like Sub-Zero, Miele, and brands like that, as compared to the past, I guess, where we were competing more with brands like a Westinghouse or the house names, I guess, that are really familiar, I guess, in the Australian and New Zealand markets.
Right.
So in terms of that transformation, we needed tools that supported the sales team to bring them on that journey with the transformation as well. So we've implemented a series logic, kind of similar to the automotive industry, where you've got series 3, 5, 7, 9 products, and with CPQ we can now tailor packages that enable us to align those to those customers, get the right products aligned to the right customer segments, and get some consistency in terms of the experience we're providing that customer, and gradually move our brand into that more premium sort of position, sell less of that not entry-level product, but sort of mid-spec premium product through into our much more higher-end best offering, I guess, best of the best.
So it really sounds really impressive. You've been able to re-engineer and simplify, but transform your business to allow you to sell more agile in a more agile way to your suppliers. But I won't tell my wife about the $30,000 fridge. I think that would be a real issue.
Definitely recommend you go in and have a look at them in one of our premium retailers.
I won't take my credit card,
No, definitely. So I think from a Fisher and Paykel perspective as well, there's been a lot of other benefits, I guess, that have come from even just something as simple as being able to do package design and that sort of functionality that exists in CPQ. One of the key, I guess, benefits from us is around demand planning. So we used to have a solution where the rep decided what they quoted. We have hundreds of different products. It makes it very difficult, I guess, for our demand planning and forecasting teams to get the right product at the right time, particularly when you've got manufacturing happening all around the world, everywhere from Mexico to Italy to Thailand. There's manufacturing happening quite remotely. Getting the right product in at the right time has been a challenge. Creating more consistency in what we're selling and tailoring and offering those packages has not only helped with that forecasting, but also helping Fisher and Paykel optimise our margin retention, getting the right products being sold that are actually maximising the potential for Fisher and Paykel, getting that right return, I guess, within our business.
So obviously stock control and the manufacturing process and building the right product at the right time. Do you see seasonality in your global business?
So we do see seasonality, I guess, in our retail business, not so much in the builder space, apart from a slight kick at the tail end of the year with projects being closed off, particularly in the individual sort of family home sort of space, but in the multi-res development apartment complexes you're seeing up, it's fairly consistent.
And so where's Fisher and Paykel on its transformation of the brand, would you say? We all know Fisher and Paykel as a great brand. Hopefully we've got lots of your appliances across our kitchens, across our homes. Where are you at in that journey in terms of the branding?
So I think we're a fair way down the journey. So just last week we were exhibiting at the large show in Las Vegas, the Kitchen and Bathroom Association show, and the feedback we were receiving was extremely positive. So we had designers, architects, the exact people we're targeting coming through our display at those sorts of shows, including other shows in like IFA, which is in Germany, design shows in Milan.
Fantastic.
And we're seeing a huge reappraisal, I guess, in terms of where people see Fisher and Paykel, and that starts with those brand shows, but filters down to the experience, I guess, that our individual sales teams in market are having with those designers on a day-to-day basis as well, which is why these tools are really important, I guess, to help reinforce that messaging and help reinforce that that experience, I guess, that we're presenting at a corporate level across the organisation.
Right, fantastic. Great. Any advice for the audience on embarking these kinds of projects? I mean, you've been involved in the whole multi-year rollout of Salesforce across F&P. Any general advice on CPQ projects?
The only thing I've got probably with CPQ is we probably moved a little bit too fast, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It got us going and it got us moving in the right direction. We probably just needed to stop, sort of take stock and engage the business a little bit more, bring the cross-functional elements of the business on the journey sooner. For example, your marketing team or your supply chain team, so we could get the value, I guess, out of the solutions we were putting in faster. What it's meant is we've implemented solutions but not necessarily fully optimized them to get the best return, I guess, we can get. But we're aware that everything we do with the platform is a journey. That's the benefit of Salesforce. We can keep learning and adjusting and improving and making the platform optimized for the outcomes we're trying to achieve.
Right, okay. And what are we going to see next from a product perspective from Fisher and Paykel?
So I guess now we've got sales, service, marketing, CPQ, analytics, communities. But I guess from a CPQ perspective, in terms of where we'd like to go next, is integration with communities. So we've just implemented our communities within a more transactional sort of visibility sort of perspective. We want to understand now, I guess, how we use CPQ with our partners so that we can quadruple or 10 times multiply our sales team and make our partners part of our organisation, part of our team.
Bring them
get them, I guess, aligned and using the same tools to sell our story the way Fisher and Paykel wants it to be told. Bring them on the journey, give them the tools, but also make Fisher and Paykel one of the easiest suppliers for them to do business with, so they're going to want to do more business with Fisher and Paykel. Because in a world where we don't sell direct to builders or developers, we sell through these resellers. We need those resellers to come on the journey with us. And Community Cloud CPQ seems like the obvious fit for helping us on that journey.
Are they helping with the design of products, and obviously they're helping you with the demand, but are they involved in the design process? Yeah,
so we do. We run future design workshops. So we have an experience centre just in Alexandria opposite the grounds where we bring in designers on a sort of quarterly basis to talk to them about future products in terms of what we've got coming, but also learn from them about future design trends, because they understand kitchen design probably as well as us, or better, and they're seeing different trends to what we're necessarily seeing. They're seeing different trends from different parts of the world. So definitely a collaborative aspect to that. I think conversations we've had around those sorts of areas have influenced sort of black appliances and things like that, seeing black trends coming through multiple years ago and now starting to filter into the mainstream. So using that to leverage
the design.
So from an AI perspective, I guess there's potential in the future to understand and learn where we're winning as well. So now that we've got CPQ in place, we've got these replicable packages, start to learn and adjust and understand what products are helping us win with what types of customers, and where's the replicable success that we can have.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I really appreciate your time, Adrian. It's fantastic to hear the story. I'm a big fan of Fisher and Paykel. I think it's such a great global brand. It's just really interesting to hear your journey.
Yeah, cool.
Now, we've got a few minutes left, guys, so if Adrian's got 5 minutes or so, if you've got any queries, please come up and ask Adrian around his experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.
So just to finish off, thank you very much for your time. Hope you enjoy World Tour Sydney, and appreciate you. Thank you.